Hi, welcome back to week 5 of the series of watercolor art therapy. Um, Thanks to Nami and Array Parodies for sponsoring this series. So today we're talking about emotional expression. Um, we express our emotion, positive and negative, in different ways. As a culture and society, we have more experience in expressing our positive emotions. We celebrate birthdays, weddings, by getting together families and friends and laugh and have fun. But when it comes to emotions like anxiety, sadness, grieving, anger, things like that, we don't have much practice. So today we're going to work with that on that with watercolor. So first, I want you to identify your emotions. So naming it out loud, that's important. Um, Say that since this morning, I felt content. I felt a little anxious, feel lonely, or feel sad. And then we'll identify that with the colors that which I will demonstrate how to express them later on. This is both positive and negative. It doesn't have to focus on, but if you have doing more practice of this expression, then your life is more balanced. You don't hold on to your body, which can manifest itself in tons of illness. Okay, for today's technique, mainly we will use the medium round brush and a rigger, the script brush. And then I have some extra mat board that 5 by 7. So I'm going to use the card and I cut them in half. So this will be the size. And we expressing. So first I will use something like this. Use both wet brush and dry brush to express the emotions. And then later on, I will show you how to do flowers with different mm, brush strokes. Okay, I'm going to switch the camera so we can have the one continuous video. So bear with me here. Okay, here we go. Hopefully. So here's my brush and here's my paper. And I already spray my water. Here's a good tip to have always to have 2 cups of clean water, and I have them in this heavy glass container so that it doesn't tip over easily. Um, so that you know it's water spill on your painting. That won't be a good thing. All right. So we'll start out with doing the I call this a landscape of emotions. So remember, identify your emotions. So as I named it before. So what color would I associate with my contentment today? So we're going to do dry brush technique mostly. Dry brush is painting on dry paper. Okay. So I could, and it's not right or wrong. So I associate my contentment with yellow and just do some deep breathing and add some water to it so you can have a variety of shade of yellow. So let's say if I'm feeling sad, low sadness, so I'm using magenta here. And notice how I hold my brush way up here, not down here. So here you have more flexible of your strokes. Keep go back and forth like that. If you combine deep breathing techniques in, that's awesome. Okay, I'll clean my brush. So notice I'm always dipping the dirty cup. Let's go with sadness. Blue, some blue here. Pick up some color there. Clean. And let's say orange for my anxiety. And if you combine this with some relaxation technique, um, and then let's say in between, I might feel a little, twinge of depression. So there's no wrong way or right way of expressing. And I'm going to put some purple in there. That's my grief. Okay, and then let's finish this up here. So I wet it a little bit and I'm going to put some light color. So my calm, relaxing emotion there. Okay, you can do this on a bigger sheet of paper. Okay, so you guess you can see it kind of developing some landscape there. So I can do, let's ground myself in my own reality with some brown there. Okay. And then here's another technique is tapping. So holding my brush like that and tap. Use two fingers to tap on my. So I want to, um, like with the intention of releasing my some frustration or kind of irritation. So holding my brush like this and tap. Add some water. Okay. See my landscape of emotions. Okay, I'm going to put that aside for it to dry. Just wiping the background first. So I changed the background to a darker cardboard so that you can see it better. Okay, so we just release some or express some um, negative emotion. So let's do some positive emotion. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do roses. Okay, I'll do it slow. So let's say I'm celebrating birthday, and what emotion would I identify with that? So celebrating, happy. So I'm going to use yellow. Okay, so I load up my brush a lot, and now I'm holding my brush down way down here. You see that? Okay, so I will do slow. So then you do kind of like dot in the middle and kind of starting from the center, kind of curve rag, short strokes, kind of building up. So as you move to the outer circle, you press the brush a little bit harder until you run out of paint on your brush. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up a little orange just to kind of um, give some shadow there. Okay, see that? Clean my brush. Let's do that again. Okay, so load up my yellow. Okay, dot and mellow and go around first with thin line. So as we move out, kind of press harder. Remember short, curvy strokes. Okay, it was in some orange in there and in the middle. Okay, let's do one more. And I'll show you later with different color. So this one kind of high in between the other two. So I'm going to do a little bit there. Okay. So now clean my brush and still same brush. Make sure when I wet it and I press it down, you see how the the tip kind of like come together. And that's important for when you do leaf strokes. So I'm just picking up some bright green from the here, but make sure I'm pressing it down so that the tip come together. And now I'm holding up my brush, just up, straight up a little bit, and I'm going to flick out, outward. See that? And so turn your hand should be stationed one location. You should turn your paper, not your hand, because it be awkward. And I could do like, you know, let's add some more leaves over here and extend it. Okay, so now this is when I'm using the rigger. Always do the leaves. I mean, this is easier for me when I do the leaves. And then I'll put in the twigs or the stem. Okay, so I'm picking up some brown here and I'm holding it midway so I have some control, but not too much because I wanted some flexibility. Okay, so here it goes. So you connecting the twigs to the leaves, but you're also adding a little bit airy there. See how you can kind of fill up the whole page. Okay, and always I forgot to have a black marker, a fine tip black marker, because you always want to sign this. So like pick a stem, and I always sign my name with put the year 21. So let's see, yeah, that's a closer look. You can see that? Okay. So let's put that aside. Let's do another color. So we'll do combination of different colors. So again, back to round brush. We'll always dip it, wet it, and then make sure I wipe it. I'm cleaning it. Okay. So let's do some blue. So like I might want to give this card to a male friend. So not all the bright cherry color. Oh, okay. Go back in a little bit with a little bit purple so that it highlight the center. Okay, I'm going to switch to, let's do green. And I'll do different colors, a leaf, I'll show you. So I like bright green roses. Some reason I really like it. So go back in a little bit with a darker green. Okay, let's do sienna brown here. And then go back with a little darker brown. Okay, give it some shadow there. Okay, clean my brush. Let's do some bud. Okay, let's do purple. So with the bud, you want to kind of like the leaf stroke. So let's do one here. And then do one here. Okay, so now we want to do leaves. Because I have some green here, so I'm going to do gray leaves. So using over here black, but add a lot of water to it. Okay, so it's kind of like muted gray. So I'm going to fill up a little bit more. So that's good enough. Okay, because I have the kind of not brownish leaves, kind of gray, so I'm going to use black as my stem. So using the rigger to add in the stem right here, and right here, and right here. And then I'm going to turn the, so kind of adding in very light. So this is where um, you kind of fill in. Now I'll show you another technique to fill in. Okay. Sign my name. One of my rules is that if I sign it, I won't go back and fix it, even though I know there's always room to improve, right? Go to the next one. Okay, so let's do one more of the flower. Then I'll do the filler as well. So um, this one I'm going to do red, so you see it clear. So load my brush up with red, and then center, and then try to do light. And as I move out, so I press it down harder. Okay, and I'm going to use a little magenta. It's inside so that you can see more shadow there. Okay, back to red. Here's one more. Yeah, I've done this 1,000 times, so some magenta. Okay, clean my brush. And one more right here. The trick is to do short, curvy stroke. And the more you practice, it's just like anything in life. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the green leaves here. And I might change it, so I'll leave the green here and pick up some bright green. And it changed the shade a little bit. See that? And I said, oh, a lot of people tell me I make it easy, but practice the stroke. This one brush can bring you a lot of different strokes. Okay, so to rigor some brown, so let's add some twigs and branches. And I'm intentionally add some more because I want to show you how to do the filler flowers. And don't worry about messing up. There's no messing up here. You're always practicing, right? Okay, so um, with this round brush, I'm going to pound it like this so that the tip of it flare out. And I'm going to pick up some, let's do blue. Yeah, light blue. So very dry. Make sure that you are not, so the tip is still kind of flare out. It's not wet. So I'm holding it straight like that and pound it down slow, lightly. Back to maybe I should do yellow. Should be better. Anyway, okay. So that's the filler. Let me do one more. Okay. So let's do magenta. Okay. So hold it closer right here and short curvy line around the center And as you move out, press down. Don't worry about, it's not looking perfect. There's no roses shapes that is perfect. I'm gonna go in with purple a little bit to kind of like add some shadow to the center there. Okay, magenta. This one a little bit dark, but it's okay. Okay, sometimes I will wipe the brush clean and go back in and kind of blend out the outer edge so that it's kind of have that blurry effect to it. Okay, so let's do teal green, this dark green. So again, very light. Okay, to the rigger. Okay, kind of airy, very airy branches. Okay, and if you mess up, don't worry about it. I'll show you how to fix it with the filler. Okay, so see right here, there's too much um, brown there. So I'm going to, again, pound my brush down, clean it, and pound it down so that dry it, but also flare out. And then I'm going to the yellow. So make sure pick up, but the tip of it is still flare out. Okay, so hold it straight and pound it down like that. Very light. Don't pound it too hard. The texture of the stroke. So see, that's where I mess up. You put the flower on top of it, and voila, you kind of cover up your mistake. Okay, and I would do this on a card, not cutting it out, and then you can write happy birthday or congratulations. Make sure always sign your artwork. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways of doing this technique. You can do combinations of colors or one color. Um, okay, well, I hope you enjoy this practicing this technique. And it's a great way to express our emotions. And here is that first one that I did with the landscape of emotions. So enjoy. I will see you next week. Bye.